So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a new tense called the Pluperfect. Alright, and this is going along with stage 16 of grammar, and therefore if you look on page 78 is where a lot of this information is coming from. Now, we're going to do two things. We're going to talk about where the pluperfect falls in terms of a timeline of tenses, and then we're also going to talk about how to identify the pluperfect. Alright? The easier part is probably identifying the pluperfect, so let's start with that. So the pluperfect has these 6 endings. Eram, aras, arat, aramas, aratis, arant. Alright? And you'll notice the big identifying mark of the pluperfect is this ERA. Just kind of like the BA is the identifying mark of the perfect tense. Now, if you're looking at these, you're probably like, wait, I've seen those before, Mr. Carroll. So think for a second, where have we actually seen these? Yes, exactly. These are the imperfect forms of the verb to be. So sum es est, sumus est is sunt, and the imperfect eram, aras, arat, aramis, aratis, arant. Right? So we're just taking the imperfect of sum and adding it on to a stem. We're adding it on to the third principal part. So we have duco, ducere, duxi. Alright? So we have duxi as our third principal part. To get the stem, remember, you take off the I. So dux. Alright? And then you just add it to these. So it will turn into dux eram, dux eras, dux erat, dux eramus, dux eratis, dux erat. Alright? Or any other ones. Amo, amare, amawi, amaweram, amaweras, amawerat, etc., etc. Right? So those endings, aram, aras, arat, aramis, aratis, arant, those are the pluperfect endings. But now we have to figure out where does it fall in the timeline. Is it like the imperfect was verbing? Is it like the perfect verbed? So we should start our timeline of the tenses with the present. Right in the middle. Alright, and eventually this is the future side. But we don't know those yet, so you don't have to worry about them. And everything else we now know is past tenses, okay? There's 3 types of past tenses. There's the imperfect, there's the perfect, and there's the pluperfect. Alright, so the imperfect is excuse me. That's why I shouldn't talk and write at the same time. The perfect is a singular past event that's happened before the present. Okay? So it's just happened in the past. And when we translate it, we have an ED on the verb. So verbed. Right? So this, if we had duxi, I led. Okay? The imperfect shows an ongoing past, okay, that hasn't quite yet completed. Alright? We translate that was verbing. So if we were to take duco, duque bomb, I was leading. Okay? The pluperfect is more past. Literally, it's in its name. From the word plus, meaning more, perfect, more past. And the pluperfect shows actions that has happened before the perfect. So you're telling a story in the perfect tense. I went to the store the other day to buy, and I had to, and I wanted to buy candy from the salesman who had stocked the shelf. So he had stocked the shelf before you had wanted to buy. All right. So in the pluperfect, we translate that had verbed. All right. And that's our timeline of our tenses. All right. So the pluperfect is used for actions that are coming before a perfect tense verb, right? And we translate them as had verbed. If on page 78 of the paper textbook and about the language 1, the pluperfect tense. It has a nice chart also of showing you of all these endings with the translation of them, and it also gives you a nice comparison of everything. So make sure you check that out, all right? But this kind of gives you a summary of what you need to know for the pluperfect tense, all right? As always, if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or send me an email, and thanks for watching the video.